Or sudden disappearances in a community.
How's the unsub controlling them?
That doesn't fit the victim.
First 3 victims.
Selecting his targets at random.
Like you and Morgan production site.
So he wasn't depressed, preoccupied?
You see it on the news, you know. Inconclusive.
Like Terry Rogers.
3 hours from when he was found at the river. Explain why Rogers vanished for 5 months? She's abducting exceptionally health-conscious men, ideal specimens. This might have gone there after his doctor's appointment. How's the baby?
The child, excuse me.
Then return mother and child to a hospital. Let's hope not. That means she'll go out looking for a healthier baby now.
On Emma Kerrigan.
30 ER visits in the past 6 months.
Big time.
See how sick she is. I talked to your doctor.
Of course.
Yes, he said Lexi is too sick for blood won't do anything. No, what can cure Lexi is what cured you. Funeral homes are required by law to keep a portion of the rose that they cremate. These are your husband's ashes. Those are his? Took a chance. I saw our fireplace there.
About going trick-or-treating this year.
Stand a chance. Oh. Runaway and prostitutes.
For that.
Beating and suffocation. So he's a sadist.
A lot of violence. Were there any other victims?
She was an easy target.
Choice he probably made out of necessity.
Thomas Dillon started killing at 39. Raw orbital bones were in shape and on drugs.
So he beats her into submission.
We also found alcohol in her system.
He's a sexual sadist.
He's disorganized, sloppy.
I didn't even know the Bureau had a softball team. Each of their dogs just disappeared from their yard. Bite marks, pretty rare MO. Yeah, and what about the plastic bag?
He thought this one through.
We should consider father and son team, brothers, or probably explained if they're related. But the timeline doesn't fit. Stein got lost. Loves sports, he's into leisure, and he is a big fan of murder. Every one of them. Then we're dealing with 2 psychopaths.
David Roy Turner.
Burning his victims while they're alive. He's not just sadistic, he's patient.
And organized.
He's dropping the bodies where they can be of remorse for his crimes. His message is more important than human life.
But he might
Would show her texting up until 7 last night. Her communications are to Minnesota numbers. There's presence on the street. This guy's smart. We have to be smarter. Nothing out of sorts.
His clothes are organized.
He shaved Jeremy's head.
There wasn't any sign of the disinfectant until today.
And he's the cure. Can't rule out anything from a terrorist act. I've been looking over the personnel files. Roy Webster, something isn't adding up. Webster had several altercations with students, but was never formally reprimanded.
Sounds like
I'm making this the perfect transfer point.
There's only...
If I close my eyes and try to relax. You guys are on your way home from school. All right, slow down. All right, let's go back. Did you get a look at the man who shot Mr. Webster? 2 of them. What happened when you arrived at the barn? Max and struck the bus when it was most vulnerable. Fits?
Well, there's a few old...
What is... The killer could have been a non-native English speaker. Help identify his first language. Are there any witnesses? It's been the same trigger that set him off. With him, that means the message was also premeditated. Jeffrey McDonald was convicted of murdering his family. Supposedly, he left messages to convince authorities that hippies had done it.
Apparently, Cynthia was gone all evening.
Waiting for her here.
Hodge, take a look at this. CD player was left on.
You are about to embark on the greatest adventure known.
Indicative of some sort of delusion or psychosis.
In head trauma, he's too old to have suffered a...
Well, as a celebrity, he has a vested interest in his crimes, makes us believe he's a loner with poor social skills. I agree. The word evil was replaced by red, with in slip, so to speak.
We confirmed he downloaded a file.
Wait a minute, guys.
He might believe it's a superpower.
We know what's...
What does he do with Connie?
You could make her...
Similar, same ages, same builds.
Okay, so maybe they were followed, Reed.
Baked cakes for a living. She's never city. Somehow she fits into his fantasy.
And so far, that need may be what...
He didn't do that to...
The sentence reserved for serious crimes.
Which makes...
And is sadistic, and watching it is the ultimate torture.
Consequence. Thank you.
Oh, there you are. Profiling going? And why are you doing it in here? So what's with you today? It's about phone booth girl? Wait, you guys have never met? Curious what she looks like?
Oh, it's just...
Why wouldn't she like you? Your hair's fine. Well, you're not dating them. I think you're excited but afraid. Will only make the relationship better. Trust me. Do it. Don't psych yourself out.